Hey, what's up everybody? It's about 8:08 here on Friday, September 23rd, 2011. And you're probably wondering why I'm holding the WWE Championship replica belt, or toy replica belt, if you will, in my hand, or on my shoulder, I should say. It's real simple. Why? You see, a lot of people, some people have already on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure at some of these message boards, wrestling related message boards and sites, have already been talking about what shows could be coming to the WWE Network in 2012. Well, you see, I've been thinking about that too ever since the announcement of the network was made official. I've always thought about that myself. So I pretty much figured what we could end up seeing. Now, some of the programming that we see on WWE Classics is pretty much what we'll probably get for free, or whatever it's going to be, whether it's going to be part of a sports package or whatever. It's pretty much what we're going to get on WWE Network. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to get the Legends of Wrestling series, monthly series. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to get that. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to get the territorial show. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to get the history of ECW. And there's no doubt in my mind we're going to get the Monday Night Wars, the best of Raw and the best of Nitro, probably Raw, probably Nitro, then Raw following, or whatever. And there's no doubt in my mind we're going to get some of the big ones, from the past and all that. Maybe, like past pay-per-views from the 80s and the 90s from all the different territories, all the different promotions. There's no doubt we're going to, like I said, we're going to get a majority of what we're seeing right now on Classics. Not that I'm saying that's going to take Classics away, no. Classics will still be around. In fact, I got a feeling Classics may be renamed into the network. Maybe not. But what else could we end up seeing on WWE Network? Well, I talked about this in the video you probably see before this, when I responded to Sean's talk about SmackDown going off the air. The truth is, like I said there, SmackDown's never going to go off the air. So we might end up seeing SmackDown, and let's say Sci-Fi decides, oh, we don't want SmackDown no more. We'll probably see SmackDown on WWE Network. There's no doubt in my mind that we'll see shows like Superstars and NXT on WWE Network. I mean, WWE has said they've already have television homes for them, so why not have them on the WWE Network without even saying it? Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, WWE is trying to come out and say that WWE Network is going to be more than just wrestling. Oh, sure, there's no doubt they're going to try to expand more into other things. And there's no doubt in my mind they're going to try to feature movies that WWE Films have created, or movies that have featured their superstars from the past and the present. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind some of the first movies I'll have on there will be like The Marine and The Marine 2. See No Evil. The Chaperone. Movies like that. The Mummy Returns with The Rock. Movies like that, folks. Like Knucklehead, stuff there. There's no doubt in my mind that's what's going to happen. But there's also no doubt in my mind they're also going to have presentations of some of their DVD releases that they've had over the years. I mean, these are DVD releases that you now have to pay for sometimes if you want to watch them on demand. But I've got a feeling we may end up seeing those. Like last night, I was watching OMG, the top 50 moments in WWE history on Netflix streaming. And I have to say that I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up on WWE Network as a special presentation. Those are the kind of things, like the greatest superstars of the 90s and the 80s and the greatest superstars of the 21st century. Those are stuff that I feel will end up on the WWE Network. That kind of stuff. But what else could end up there? Again, WWE is saying that the network will be, WWE Network will be a diverse variety of not just variety. Not just wrestling, but some other things. Like sitcoms, maybe. Like sitcoms and stuff like that. Well, I've got a feeling that may happen, But you know what? I've got a feeling some other stuff may happen too. I've got a feeling that a lot of these B-show-like pay-per-views we're getting throughout the years, all these, well, there's four big ones that we know of. Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series, right? With a possible fifth big one as a top 5 being probably added in the near future, that possibly being between Money in the Bank and probably most notably Night of Champions. Just my opinion. But the others out there like Elimination Chamber, Extreme Rules, Over the Limit, Capital Punishment, Vengeance, Hell in a Cell, TLC, you know, pay-per-views like that, you know, I feel are going to end up being broadcast in the near future as sort of like Clash of the Champions every month. That's right. That's right. The only pay-per-view things that you'll probably get event-wise would be WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and SummerSlam, and maybe a fifth one, which in my opinion could be Night of Champions. But all the others that I mentioned, from Elimination Chamber, Extreme Rules, Over the Limit, Capital Punishment, Money in the Bank, if you will. What was it last month? Oh yeah, it's this month. I'm not saying that. Yeah, SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell, Vengeance. You know, TLC. These pay-per-views that many feel are gimmick pay-per-views, or gimmickly made pay-per-views, that are basically, as I once called them, basically this generation's, this decade's version of In Your House, which basically they are. They're basically In Your House events. They just don't say In Your House anymore. What I feel is that those events are going to be, with WWE Network, WWE would be stupid to pass on the fact that they could have Clash of the Champion-like events with those events. I mean, you rake in enough money, WWE rakes in enough money as it is with the Rumble, with Mania, with SummerSlam, with Survivor Series, and possibly a fifth big pay-per-view, and possibly, say, Night of Champions. They rake in enough money attendance-wise and pay-per-view-wise with those events, especially WrestleMania. So what's to stop them, obviously, from not taking a step forward? A lot of people say that WWE is hurting financially in some areas. What better way to save money for your company and save your company financially than to take what many consider your B-level pay-per-views and use them and broadcast them on your new network as free monthly events that are sort of like that are somewhat reminiscent of Clash of the Champions. I mean, you could have the Royal Rumble on pay-per-view one month, and then you could say, hey, in February we got on the WWE Network Elimination Chamber. And then you could have WrestleMania the next month. And you talk about a big saver for the next few months going into SummerSlam. You could have Extreme Rules, Capital Punishment, Over the Limit, Money in the Bank. Those could be those events that, again, you could treat like Clash of the Champion-like events and say, hey, look, you can see all these for free and then tune into pay-per-view to watch SummerSlam. Sort of like what they used to do with Saturday Night's Main Event. And in fact, I feel that's another show that will make a comeback, Saturday Night's Main Event, when the WWE Network comes around. Think about it. Saturday Night Main Event, which came on every now and then on NBC, was WWE's answer to the Clash of Champions, because it was an hour to an hour and a half to 2 hour pay-per-view-like event that was for free. That was free on network television. So why not do the same here? Why not do the same here with your WWE Network? Bring Saturday Night's Main Event back. But also take all those B-level pay-per-views, those in-your-house pay-per-views, as I like to call them, and broadcast them for free, and make your main pay-per-view focus, of pay-per-view revenue your 4 to 5 big ones. Because like I said, a fifth big one I feel is either going to be Money in the Bank or Night of Champions. My opinion, be Night of Champions. But still, put your main focus of pay-per-view revenue on those 4 to 5 pay-per-views, and all the others treat them as Clash of the Champion-like events. I mean, it makes sense, it saves money, and it gets more people attracted and interested in watching your product. That's what I feel is going to be coming to the WWE Network. Everything that I've mentioned, including what I feel is going to happen with pay-per-views like Elimination Chamber, Over the Limit, Capital Punishment, Extreme Rules, Money in the Bank, or Night of Champions, Vengeance, Hell in a Cell, and TLC, I feel those are all going to be heading, all of those except for maybe one, either Money in the Bank or Night of Champions, is going to be heading to the WWE Network to be aired and broadcast as Clash of the Champion-like events. And I also feel Saturday Night's Main Event may come back as well. But those are just my thoughts on what I feel WWE Network is going to do in the near future when it comes to be next year. What they could possibly do to really help them out and financially help the WWE out in saving money in the near future. So, give me your thoughts on what you think about it. Tell me down below, and I'll talk to y'all later.